Hey Pisces, how are we today? Just looking at just a bit of a general reading this week, sort of whatever comes out, seeing firstly what's going on in the energy and the energy around you, and then we'll be looking sort of more a little bit more at the real world kind of day-to-day stuff as well. So today I do have the Paper Oracle Lenormand deck there. I do also have the Slavic Folklore Lenormand. I do have the Island Time Wellness Oracle deck as well, as my own personal sort of deck with letters, months, and signs, just for sort of confirmation and just an extra layer of information for us. But today we're starting our readings with a quote for everyone from A Guide for the Advanced Soul, a book of insight. Okay, so we'll get straight into it for you, Pisces. Okay, Pisces. Take heart, truth, and happiness will get you in the end. Oh, so sorry, I misspoke. Take heart, truth and happiness will get you in the end. You can't lose in this game. Have fun. It goes on too long to be taken seriously all the time. John and Lynn St. Clair Thomas from Eyes of the Beholder. Okay, so obviously Pisces getting a little bit too serious with life at the moment, are we? Letting us know, have fun, just have fun with it. There's no need to take everything so seriously. Take everything to heart. Okay, so truth and happiness are there for the taking. It's sort of up to you to have fun. No one's going to lose at life. Everyone does life differently, is what I'm sort of getting from that quote for you guys today. But we'll have a bit of a look at your energy, Pisces. I am finding quite a lot of the messages sort of coming through this week are coming straight directly referencing those inspirational quotes in some way, shape, or form. Okay, Pisces. Interesting energy we've got for you today. We do have the coffin and the wheel, followed by the anchor there. Okay, so we're definitely talking about cycles in your energy at the moment, with both of these cards coming on through, first and foremost, because the coffin is sort of that death and rebirth kind of a vibe, that cycle of when things end, new things come to life there. Okay, and then the wheel is really about that, that the wheel of life, the continual journey, the cycles that we go through, looking at that that red thread of fate is a lovely imagery with this particular card as well. This card is actually unique to this deck. Some of the other decks do have a similar sort of vibe card, but this particular one, I do find it really does talk about cycles and just following your destiny, following that red thread of fate, even if it unspools super quick, even if sometimes it has to get rolled back onto the roll. It really does talk about following whatever your life is bringing for you, and just sort of trusting in that, and following those cycles, and breaking free, especially with the coffin here, breaking free from cycles that no longer serve you. Okay, so I'm feeling that in your energy, you probably do have some sort of an ending that has sort of recently-ish occurred for you. I feel as though it is an ending that's already happened for you, and it's probably to do with some of the cycles in your life at the moment, rather than an actual physical ending of something. I feel like you've ended out some particular cycle within your energy, that really is heading into this new energy of brand new cycles. And that was that was a fated kind of cycle that you escaped from. I don't know why I said escaped from then, but that may be the case for some of you there, Pisces. But yeah, you've definitely closed something out. You've closed the lid on that coffin, and you're moving into this rebirth phase where we do have new cycles replacing these old cycles that may not have worked for you. Okay, so that's a really fantastic energy there. And with the anchor finalizing that energy for us, I do find sometimes the anchor does talk about things that have weighed us down. I feel like if anything is sort of what has weighed you down, that is what you've ended, is that cycle that was sort of weighing down on you and holding you in place and stopping you from moving. But what I'm actually getting from the anchor for you guys today is that it's just that safe, secure holding you in place. It's not like a negative holding you in place. It's just a time where you are sort of starting to actually, realize that you do sometimes need to just drop that anchor and, so you can ride through the rough seas, so to speak. So I'm feeling that it's kind of like a safety net for you at the moment, Pisces, and something that you do need to sort of do a little bit for yourself is, anchor yourself so you're not getting carried away in the storm, whatever that storm might be for you. There, I do feel as though this is more so talking about, finding that real sense of anchor within yourself, to your life and to the things that do help you feel safer and secure. We'll see sort of what else is going on with that. But I do feel, like I said, that I do feel like that anchor is actually a lot more of a positive vibe for you at the moment, Pisces. Just sort of holding you in place for the moment and helping you sort of realize these cycles that you have ended out. And then, that it's just kind of like that calm before the storm. I kind of feel that safe spot where you're just, riding it out at the moment, okay? And then we'll see sort of where you go from there. All right, but we'll have a look at what energy is coming towards you, Pisces. What energy is coming towards Pisces, please? Oh, we had one flying out there, Pisces, and it actually, I saw what it was as it flew, and it just reinforces that anchor kind of vibe there, that you are sort of standing stock still in your power at the moment. That was the bear that flew out, and it is such a powerful, strong card. It really does talk about inner strength and protecting yourself. So I feel like that's what we're doing with that anchor card. Okay, I'll just find it. Yeah, so that was the bear, as we can see there. You can see in this particular deck, the bear has got the little crown on top. So it really does talk about, standing in your own strength and your own power that you do have. Okay, so quite a lot of inner strength comes through with this card. And so with that anchor there, yeah, you're standing firm in your power, which is fantastic, Pisces. I love that for you guys. There is quite an element with the bear as well of protecting yourself and, protecting your loved ones as well. It can be sometimes a little bit to the point of overprotectiveness or defensiveness, but I'm not actually vibing that. I am just feeling that you're standing strong at the moment in your power, and that's why we've had that anchor popping on out, because it is really just giving us that firm strength, Pisces. I really do like that. That's a really good energy for you guys. Sorry about that. I just had to make sure my sound was off there. Then that's sort of followed up with the energy coming towards you. I feel as though the bear was just sort of connecting these two energies here. But we do have this energy coming towards you. We've got the birds and then the book. Okay, so with the birds card there, it can sometimes have a few other meanings as well, but I really feel as though this is just talking about a potential phone call coming up that might be quite important to help start new chapters in your life. Okay, you can see with the book imagery there, this particular book, it's halfway through. There's more pages to go, and it's kind of talking all about writing your own story, waiting, like looking through to see what the next chapter is going to bring, so there is a bit of an element of the unknown. The story hasn't yet been written, but I do feel that that's just talking about some sort of phone call that's coming up for us. You can see in this particular deck, we've got these birds up here on the power line or the phone line up there. So this particular card in this deck, it does, a lot of the time it does talk specifically about those phone calls, communication type energy. The birds themselves, there's quite a lot in this particular card, so it's probably some like very sort of in-depth conversations as well. There may be more than one person in the conversation, you know, so like a group call or something like that, you know, and there is like that element of excitement, especially with the book. I really am getting a lot of like chatter and excitement with those two cards together. That's feeling like a super positive energy. You might maybe getting some actual sort of good news coming through a phone call type communication. Um, you may even just be hearing, like for some people, this might just be gossip. Okay, you might hear some gossip that actually helps you embark on your next chapter somehow. So a lot of the time, you know, gossip a lot of the time is not necessarily a positive thing. You know, we don't like to hear people gossiping about us, and I always sort of say, you know, if you hear people that you're not super close with gossiping about other people, it makes you wonder what they are gossiping about when it comes to talking about you. You know, so gossip is one of them things that me personally, I don't always find it to be a super positive thing, but I do really love gossip as well. So, you know, when it comes to super close friends, I do sometimes, you know, like to have a good little gossip session or whatever. So there may be some sort of gossip that is bringing about this new chapter for you in some way, shape, or form. You may just hear something in a gossip sort of sense, like, you know, for example, if you were looking for a new job and you're just chatting with a friend and they're like, oh, I've got this gossip, we so and so's about to get fired because this, and then that sort of leads on and connects back to you because all of a sudden there's a position open at a company that you want a position at. So, you know what I mean? Certain things, sometimes gossip can actually lead to things, even if the gossip is totally irrelevant to the story. Sometimes it can sort of lead on to new things for you personally. So I'll just use that as an example, but like I said, I don't think that gossip factor is going to be for every single Pisces. I do feel that this is, for majority of you, some sort of phone call that's going to be sort of really important coming up in the near future. It is already in your energy, so it's probably going to happen sometime soon. Okay, and then that new chapter will sort of lead on from there. All right, so we'll have a look at the sort of real world, physical world energy and see if that's sort of following on through. Pisces and the real world, please. Pisces and the physical day-to-day. Pisces and the reality, please. Okay, and anything important that Pisces needs to be aware of, please. Anything important that Pisces needs to be aware of, please. I can tell you straight away, Pisces, that whatever this new chapter entails, it's looking awesome, okay? Interesting. Okay, so I do have the book on the bottom of the deck once again. Okay, so we are seeing these new chapters following through into reality, which is what we want to sort of see when we're looking at the energy and then splitting it with reality as well. So these new chapters, like I said, they are looking sort of really fantastic for you there, Pisces. I do have the fish card, the clover card, followed by the knight card. Okay, so the knight being the rider card. And that fish card there, I quite often associate that with my beautiful Pisces. You can see the beautiful mermaid in this particular one, you know, but it is Gemini, but I also do associate it with Pisces and Aquarius. But you know, it does talk about abundance and financial streams. Okay, so whatever this new chapter in your life is, it's going to be bringing about a huge amount of abundance into your life. So this new cycle that you're headed into is actually going to you know, bring a lot more abundance into your life. Now we are looking at you know, it is being quite specific here, talking specifically here about with these two cards together, there is some financial abundance definitely coming through with that. But I do sort of intuitively feel that it's going to be a lot more than just that. There is going to be different aspects of abundance headed your way as well, all right? But what I do mean when I say that this is very possibly some sort of financial abundance, the Clover card there, it does sort of talk about good fortune and taking a bit of a risk, taking a gamble. Okay, so it really is a bit like it can be a very financial related card as well. Where the fish obviously definitely is a finances card, but together they do sort of really talk about financial abundance and good fortune. And it does let us know that, you are at a point with this new chapter where you are able to take some sorts of risks. Okay, so a lot of the time I feel with the clover, we're talking about things like investments. Okay, so investments for your future, those kinds of financial things. You know, like, it's not something where I'm going to go and say, "Oh, go and take a risk and spend all your money." Nothing like that. It is just talking more about, taking a little bit more of a risk when it comes to certain things that are going to benefit you in the long run. So taking a risk, like investments in shares and those sorts of things, the stock market, they all are a little bit of a risk, factor in themselves because they do fluctuate. Okay, so it's those sorts of things that I feel that you are going to be able to take a bit of a risk in, Pisces. So if you have sort of been considering investing in some sorts of shares or anything like that, we are sort of looking at a pretty good time for that at the moment, and it is going to help sort of create further abundance for you. All right, it is a good a good time, a good fortunate time, but the clover is pretty short term. Okay, so it is sort of, I feel we're probably looking at I'll have another look when we get to. I might even draw some for it specifically, but I feel as though we're maybe looking at like 2 weeks. All right, I'll just draw one of these. This is my personal deck with the letters, months, and signs. A um, I'll just draw one to see if we can get a more specific timeline on that for you, of how sort of long before we want to calm it down with investments. All right. So Pisces and their financial risk factor. How long are Pisces able to enjoy this period of good fortune, please? Okay, so we're getting Taurus coming out. So it is currently Taurus season. So like I said, it is quite short term. So, basically there, I would sort of say, the Taurus season will be ending around the 20th, the 21st, something like that. All right. So yeah, definitely short term. Okay. So like I said, that's sort of ending yes, that's only like 10 more days. All right. So just under 2 weeks. Okay. So don't after that 10-day period, ease it back down and don't be taking any huge risks after that, because your luck is very sort of short term, as I said. Okay, so in this first 10-day period, you are able to invest in a couple of things that you have been considering or whatever. But I would really be considerate of that time frame of wanting to do that during Taurus season, and not sort of extending that into a long-term sort of risk in your life, in your finances. All right, so just that may be important for a couple of you there, because I know every single person, every single Pisces is going to be in a different financial status, but I do feel as though there is a few people out there that are already sort of involved in the share market, the stock market, those sorts of things, and I just really wanted to just double check that information for you, so that we can give you the most accurate as we can when it comes to that. Okay, so. And also, if that is if that is you, anything water or earth kind of related with the bees there. If there's certain stocks or shares. See, I don't know much about the stock market, all right. But if we're investing in anything that has similar imagery or wording to bees, clover, fish, mermaids, all right, water. I go for those ones as well, because that's where our good luck is shining the strongest at the moment. Okay, obviously with the clover, you pick a 4-leaf clover and you have good luck. So we are seeing that luck extending for the rest of Taurus season. All right. like I said, for majority of you, that's going to be financial, but I do feel as though, it is going to be bringing about a lot of other abundance just in general as well. All right. So then we had the Knight card, which is the Rider card. So that really does talk about good news on the way. Okay. So um, I'll grab another card for that because it is a highly sort of a quick card, a lot of movement action coming through with that card. So I do feel as though, you're almost at this period where you will be experiencing quite a lot of movement in your reality, in your day-to-day life, probably quite a lot of things happening quickly, getting good news here. Like I'm just getting this idea that, you're going to get just good news pelted at you from here, from there, from everywhere. All right. Because as you can sort of see in this particular card, we've got like, it's not just one rider in this card, it's actually three. Okay, so I do feel as though you're going to have good news coming at you from all angles. It sounds like it's going to be really good, but I'll get a clarity for that. Can I please get a clarity for the Knight card for Pisces, please? Okay, so when I've asked for clarity, it's shown me the clouds. Okay, so that can sometimes talk about confusion and doubts. Okay, so I think what we're sort of talking is whatever this good news is, it's going to clear any confusion for you, clear away these clouds. You can kind of imagine that good news coming in and sort of piercing through the clouds and sort of getting rid of any confusion that you may have when it comes to certain aspects of your life. So that's going to be different for everybody. So take what resonates. If it doesn't sort of resonate for you, you're more than welcome to check other placements and so on. Now, as a bit of an important message here, I have pulled the Birds card once again, all right, as well as the Snake card there. Now, this particular snake card is in a tree. Okay, so there is that. There's a lot of knowledge associated with that as well. But with that Birds card there, I am feeling that it's actually having a separate meaning to when we first saw that in those other deck. All right, like I said, in that other deck, there was quite a lot of birds in the image. This one, it is just one sort of bird, and it brings to mind like the kind of phoenix kind of imagery. Okay, so I feel as though we're looking at things that have happened in the past. I feel with this particular bird, things that have brought you grief have been a bit of a worry or anxiety to you in the past. I do feel that there is sort of a sense of grief or some sort of loss with this particular bird's card, and it's like I said, this tree imagery with this snake card. It's like it it's a very specific message, all right? It's like you're feeling loss or grief over some deception that you have learnt about. Okay, so I don't know whether you've actually learnt about this deception yet or not, but I am getting deception with the snake today. That is one of the more traditional meanings of the snake card. I do quite often read that totally different, but today I am just getting that it's got to do with like knowledge about a deception and having some sort of grief over that deception, over that knowledge of that deception. So that's going to mean different things for everyone. Once again, I think I'm talking to like quite a few different Pisces here that are all over the shop, different storylines for everyone at the moment. But I'm just going to grab another card for that. Can we just get some clarity on this message for Pisces, please? Yeah, it's got to do with loyalty. All right. So there's been some sort of deception about loyalty. Someone hasn't been as loyal as they've made out they are. All right. And I don't know whether this is a past deception or a current. Like I said, I was getting from the loss and the grief that was past. But then when it comes to the snake and then the clarifier, the dog there, I'm just not 100% sure if that has fully come to light for you yet, Pisces. But it's got to do with somebody's loyalty. Okay, normally the dog does talk about friendships, but I'm not really I'm getting more the wolf image on this particular one, okay, because this is the wolf, which is, you know, the dog card in the traditional decks. But I'm getting kind of like, I'm getting that, what is it, Little Red Riding Hood, and the wolf dresses up as the grandma. I am getting a bit of deception from this wolf as well. Um, and it's got to do with loyalty. Someone has deceived you and they've told you that they're loyal to you, but they're not as loyal as they've made out they are. And just having some lingering grief or feelings of loss to do with that. All right, but that's it's coming up as something important that you need to know. So that is going to be, like I said, different for everybody. I will get just some advice on that, please. Some advice for Pisces on that, please. Okay, so your advice, Pisces, is going back to, I did say that right at the start that a lot of the time these um quotes are coming through quite strongly. So I'll just read that to you again, Pisces. Take heart. Truth and happiness will get you in the end. You can't lose in this game. Have fun. It goes on too long to be taken seriously all the time. Okay? Because then your advice is the happiness card. Okay? Things will be revealed. Once again, things that have come to light, but, you know, that overpowering sense of happiness and positivity. Okay? So you may actually be happy about finding out about this deception, because it shows you that you can't trust that person as much as they try to make you believe that you can trust them. But with the child there as well. So innocence, okay, and sense of playfulness as well. So it's really just looking at the world in that sort of positive aspect, that innocent aspect. You obviously, if you've been deceived, you're the innocent in this scenario. So see the positives of it, and, you know, just be quite you know, joyful that you've found out now rather than never finding out, I suppose. Okay, so but yeah, just staying quite positive and innocent, and, you know, um, playful when it comes to just life in general as well. You know, because this is happiness. So, like the quote sort of said, truth and happiness will get you in the end. And the sun is kind of both of those things, the truth being revealed and bringing happiness for you. All right. And then have fun. You can't, it goes on too long to be taken seriously. And that's the child card there, letting you know, have fun. All right. So that's your advice, Pisces. But I will grab you some oracle cards, and we'll ask about love specifically for you there, Pisces. Okay, so Pisces and love, please. Pisces and love, please. Okay, interesting. So we did have love come out when I've asked about love. Okay, so unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, and attraction. So I do feel as though that's sort of that bear card once again popping out for us, saying, you know, that self-love, that standing in your power is quite important for you at the moment, Pisces. Okay, we do also have somebody still thinking about you from the past. So we have the photograph there, which that's looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, and making new memories as well. All right, but I do feel as though that's actually someone from your past, Pisces. You, I feel as though you're still in their thoughts. Okay, so whether you want that or not, that's up to you to decide. But I do feel as though that's a past energy, you know, that is possibly still keeping tabs on you. All right. And then we do have the phoenix. So like I said, with that birds card, it does look like that phoenix imagery there as well. So that one does say new phase, rekindling, renewing, transformation, growth, and change mind. All right. So I feel like that's just you, Pisces, going into this new stage of abundance and transforming yourself into this happy, vibrant kind of energy. You know, you've moved from that anchor energy that we saw in the beginning there, and transforming and growing into this beautiful new phase that we did see. So okay, that's lovely for you, Pisces. But we'll grab some. I know I used these cards to clarify that time frame for you before, but I will grab a couple extra for you when it comes to the possibility of love. Okay, so Pisces and love, please. Pisces and love. Okay, so we are once again, that Taurus card has popped on out. Okay, so this season is obviously quite important. This current time frame is quite important for you, Pisces. You know, because and you may be connected somehow to a Taurus or have strong Taurus in your signs as well. But you know, like I said, I feel as though that's talking about that abundant period for you, really sort of kick-starting some things for you this year. And then we also have Leo and Virgo popping on out as well. So I do believe Leo and Virgo back onto each other possibly. I don't have my list with me today, sorry, but I'm pretty sure they're pretty close there, Leo and Virgo season. But Leo also is very representative of that sun energy. That is their sort of card in the Lenormand deck, is that sun. So once again, that happiness, all right? So I feel that that's probably just talking more about that, because it also refers to the bear card as well with the Lenormand decks as well. And we did have both the bear and the sun popping on out for you. So I feel as though Leo has actually not popped out as a sign of anyone's sign or a time frame or anything like that. I feel it's just reminding us of that bear energy. Stand in your power and stay happy, stay positive with that sun card as well there. Okay, so that's quite interesting. Virgo, there may be someone important to you that is a Virgo. We may also be seeing that as a future energy or a strong placement within your energy. I do feel as though that's more connected to a person rather than the time frame, to be completely honest. But then when it does come to time frame, I am seeing December as well. All right, so December you will probably have you know, some real fruition coming on through. I suppose I feel like by December you should sort of be able to look back on this reading and go, oh my gosh, this, and it all happened like this, you know. So I feel like you guys come back in December and let me know. But I also have the letter B and the letter W. Okay, so they may be important to some of my Pisces out there as well. The letter B and the letter W. So, you know, and not just the as people's initials, but if there is a specific word that pops into your mind when you hear the letter W or the letter B, you know, take that on board. It may be quite important. I do find quite a lot of the time they do, you know, provide confirmation that this reading was for you as well, right? So just as an example, like the first word I'm thinking of when I see the letter B is butterflies. All right, so if you see a butterfly today, you'll know that this reading is for you. All right, so same idea with the W and so on and so forth. All right, the W could also just be talking about water, because you guys are Pisces, of course. We have seen some water imagery coming out for you today, and you know, water might be important for you guys. So you know, it's a very good cleansing tool. So that might be something you guys want to think about in the next few days as well, doing some sort of protection ritual or you know, cleansing thing. You know, go and immerse yourself in some water and get back to your true nature there, Pisces. But you know, leave me a comment and let me know what you guys thought, if that resonated for you or not. You know, like I said, more than welcome to check other placements. But, you know, everyone that does comment will go in the draw for a free personal reading as well. So make sure you comment and subscribe so you can keep updated when that's drawn as well. But thank you all so much for your time.